ruling government was get like, let me pet these little cats right here. Meow, meow. Psst, psst, come. That's what I got.
Okay.
Like there was no need to. And like, we are
Same old same.
we are no, it wasn't the same. It was we are the big guns here, and you know what, we could be nice to y'all. And that was like I was like, oh,
Condescending?
There's something.
it was like a little more it may be that, but like wasn't that. It was
It wasn't
like
condescending,
it was
yeah.
like it was like there's no fear. And when there's no fear, I could be myself. The guy who would stir up back and forth wasn't there, so there wasn't much back and forth.
Okay.
I mean, the lucha one thing, man, not much. But it wasn't like, I don't get like condescending. I got like, okay, there's no need to worry over there. That's all right. Do what we do.
Yeah.
We could even be nice. God damn it, we could be nice. So I mean, like that was it.
I noticed that the leader of the opposition, her delivery had, one normal problem, and a lot of people, I think even some political people, I think they took some cheap shots. Whether or not you like a person or like that. She had surgery. She had surgery on her knee, and she stood up for a long time, and the knee made it hurt. It happened to anybody. Happened to anybody. It's what you call being human. And stuff.
To me, that was childish.
Yeah, it was kind of childish because, again, everybody know that I am all for democracy, and Tracy wasn't like my favorite person because of everything, how the party got destroyed. But I think it's unfair to make fun of an issue that could happen to all of us.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was short-lived. That wasn't.
Yeah, because they get blowback right away.
Yeah, it was short-lived. It happened, and
Also, one thing where I take my hat off to Julius Espat, because the man says something in the house where if you're never careful how you say, where you say, when you say, and why you say, somebody could have said, oh man, that's racist. But it wasn't, because he told Lee Mark Chang basically, hey, you never heard of the Chinese delegation? Well, if you are helpful people, tell your people then for lower the price, cut down the profit. And that was a funny thing to say, because I'm not the right person with it. You know how to say this?
Yeah, I hear you.
Don't know anybody could say that and get you with it.
I think that's a fair game. A fair game. You are the Chinese Association, man. Tell them, man, allow the gouge in. They control it. And they control the retail.
No, but you know why I think that this whole thing is a game? Because in truth, Mike didn't say nothing wrong. But if Mike wanted to get more bang, no Mike, sorry, Julius wanted to get more bang for his buck, he should have went to Lee Mark on the side and say, yo, bro.
But nobody would have heard it then.
Yeah, it's normal banter. You need Lee.
That's for sure. That's for sure. But what I'm saying is, if you really want to do it, put the person on the spot in the middle of a debate. You don't go up to one debate done and say, yo, make what you. Make we not work together upon this. Make we not see what we could do. I think you would have to get more political mileage.
No, I do with it. Just like how you say it in the public. Put on the fire. Okay, he wanted a job.
Yeah.
That's a job he wanted. He's sitting in that chair. Use your influence if you have any, whatever avenue you have it. Put it out there. Put it to the fire. Yeah.
Well, apparently, that's the way Mike Finnegan, Honorable Mike Finnegan, one of the few people we could still call honorable, like with Don Hector. I don't mind call Don Hector and Mike honorable. They're still honorable men. Mike came on the WB and said some very, very interesting things on the WB, but shortly thereafter, he went to continue because he's promoting a book. You know, there's a book out that's called, let me see what this book is called, From Long Barracks to Parliament, written by Lawrence Vernon. And Mike said that he's on his book tour. Very, very best-selling book. The book sold out, I believe never before has a book sold out, and they had to get a second printing so fast or something like that, so respect to that. And Mike says Tracy and others were removed illegally. You have to understand, when Mike talks, people listen. Mike the one the longest serving politician. Exactly, so Mike knew. Mike said that Tracy and the others were removed illegally. And the Shine cannot be leader if he's not in Parliament. He said you can't resign and then unresign. Says Shine is a good person. He's a good speaker, but he has a personality flaw. He said he has abilities. Mike said he can win. Oh, Mike said he could have win Mesopotamia from a bed. He said he could have laid down in a bed, they flip the channel, and he'd have win Mesopotamia. And I believe he would.
I believe him. I believe him.
The man said Shine got talent, right? But he also said that he made us a comment that I thought was on the money. And I would have liked to use it for a man's perspective. Mike said, if you can't recognize where your problem is, then you will never be the man you were meant to be. And that is so deep, you know, because there's a certain amount of narcissism that I've always felt about Shine. I feel like Shine now could make a great leader. I think that he have ideas and policies that would work good for the country. But the thing is, I believe there's a bit of narcissism in the character. And you could understand that because when you are like, you know, Grammy Award winning big man, then you spend 10 years at jail. There's a certain character where you have to develop, you know, where when you come out, sometimes it bleeds out in your personality. And one of the things I remember that is that when Shine would talk, he would say, I am doing this, I am doing that, I am doing, and that is one of the...
It was always the I.
It was never the we, and that is one of the biggest personality flaw in people. So I like that. If you cannot recognize where your problem is, then you will never be the man you were meant to be. So respect to that, Mr. Mike Finnegan. But yeah, the man said they ought to save the UDP. He said they nothing that the UDP too far gone. They just feel like, and he said that, you know, it come out because he said that he gave this advice privately and it wasn't taken privately. So he give it publicly. So the guy, I don't want nobody feel like then they push anything or then they, you know, they're behind anything or stuff like that. So you just want to come out and make that clear. So yeah. Yeah. There's a video going around about a policeman who looked like him in the quarrel and goes and shoot heaven. We don't know that will happen. Where they say because they talk to the turn on the thing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where that boat. I don't know. Another try, but yeah.
Yes. Man look like he just made a walk boat and say, you know what the hell? Bye, hold your God. I don't know. Well,
but before I go further and that, I want, you know, just send all the shout out to Mike. I made up on Jules last night. But I always like the, you know, the background and all the information. A lot of the things, you know, private to, you don't know if it's important or not important. When this happened and when that happened. And you could throw it back. And Lee Jules too, they got the dates down and what happened on certain dates. Where, you know, I might not privy to. A lot of people, the younger generation, might not privy to. But, huh?
Why, Buck, to God, Buck sent me something just to like my headline.
Oh, yeah. See.
And I turn on this thing, because of a big headline. And when I hear somebody get beat up, and I try to at somebody else.
Yes, be careful with Rasbook. Be very, very careful.
Leave him.
Mix you. Leave him.
He does no wrong.
What?
Leave him.
I know why your son in.
Good.
Boy, anyway.
Cyrus is very good. Leave him.
I know the baby
No
that does no
offense.
wrong.
No
So
offense.
yeah, and the book, I need to get one of them book. I mean, yo, I don't know how much the book can sell for.
Yo, hold on. Mike say he got book. He said
I'm
could
sure
either get
he's
for
gonna
Angela's
give us a
Press.
book each.
Huh?
I want.
Yeah, I think the
I
Marines
want
too, Mr. Mike, Marines too need 2-3 book.
Yeah. Well, unlike them, I can't pay for my one. I want my one signed.
No, I want mine's
Yeah.
pro bono.
I want
You
my.
want, hold on. You want to pay for your where the botany? your king fritters. You want to pay for your king
King
fritters? Eh?
No, because we don't have to pay for that because Mike said if he ever give you food, that means he consider you his friend.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't want to pay
That's
for
right.
my book neither.
Oh, okay. Oh, I hear you.
But-
Be friend.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, always nice to listen to. I mean, I got back because I wasn't aware Friday that he was with Nuri.
Yeah.
So Friday night, actually, I got back and watch over the show.
That's right.
And then me the boy last night, so I gotta watch it again. And Mike that always character.
Yeah, very charismatic.
Yeah.
I know,
So I mean, I will bet you in that.
Good
So
thing.
I will support. Cause the man support is too same way too, but
Yes. I bet you not get no Reno
boy.
hospitals. I bet you not get no Reno hospitals. But I know I tell you that I know kind of thin skin and that I am figure that the man may have passed down and heal the man in stew, but the man never heal it. But
I wasn't even aware that he was up there. So I mean, yeah.
we did.
Right. It was when I
We did
came
not
on. I
liaise.
came
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
good works. I
Another
mean,
big story over the weekend. I say weekend because we're off. You see how your body clock get thrown off? You get 2 days off, I think that weekend. Anyway, the BNTU rejected a government's proposal. The NTU said, no way. Never. Can't happen. Prime Minister said he was very disappointed that they did not accept
They're
it.
rejected.
Yeah, but I want to tell you, bro, I think that this is the dilemma when you have people of means that are leading people without means. Because no matter what you think, if you got $1,000 in your pocket, you know I see life the same way as a person who got 5. Never. So where you figure, well, if you get in 3% at a time, they could live. No, you don't know because you don't need 3% at a time. The people want their money. A nation and a country is run by people working and getting paid. That's how it works. If we get in a position with our people to work and not they get paid for what they put in, then we get one backlog where I continue grow bigger and bigger and bigger until next thing you know, we owed way too much money than we could even deal with. Now, this is where thinking positively come in, because if we may know that we may be in such a bad situation that we cannot pay back to the public service workers what they are due, then if we knew that, no raises should have been approved for nobody. Because we know that may open a can of worms where we may have got problems with. So the first time somebody came up and said, we need $19,000 more, somebody shall me say, boy, are you crazy or what? Where you to try it do? But no, they let that slide. And exactly what they knew was going to happen, happened. And now they expect that these people supposed to say, okay, after so many years, we want to settle with 3% up now. The people want
and it's not even effective immediately. You gotta wait until October.
Yeah, and wasn't some of these raises that the other people may get retroactive? Weren't some of those retroactive? This is what you have to think what want to do? Before we do it, there's a lot of great things with PUP to do. But because of just a simple misstep where people should have looked at the political pundits, should have said, yo, that's a crazy move. But we not got any kind of thing. We dash we lying out there and see what happen, and we end up in a situation like this. So, you know.
I don't know. I don't know what with this. And it's been a minute, and then only this crowd, and the other crowd too. I don't know what with the CEO business.
No, it's redundant.
There's a, for some reason, there's a strange, wild insensitivity about the whole. I mean, throughout government and public workers, in every department, you know what it is. But the CEO thing, a strange animal. And he always circulated with a bunch of, and we always say that why they not just negotiate on contract and say that they're your contract? Why they have to word it in a way where you fly up in the face? And then again, this is another corporate America where you could make your $1 million bonus and drive your Benz Ferrari. And nobody worry because that the private sector. You deal with public funds. And there's the visual of splurging and living larger than life.
Right.
When the word in the top about allowances, phone, entertainment, but it's for years. Since the CEO thing changed from permanent secretary to CEO, this, and if you throw it in the Belizean face that this group of people are they live larger than life.
You get blind.
Why though? Wait, but I ask why? Why the high profile? Why this? Because every government they tell you they not got money for this, money for that, money for this, money for that. But why one group of people, small number, we have to make Belizeans know that they live larger than life? Why? I've asked a question. Why?
I want to know where can I find a Benz Ferrari and how much is it?
But this is what I'm saying.
Soon
it's so rare, but only they got one.
A Benz Ferrari, I want one too.
So again, you like how you say, level of common sense will tell you why you want to do that. No. When so much thing the loom more money and pay.
Could it be that you don't care? You just want your
I even can't answer that if that's the reason. But something with that group there, I know the who then got tie and I pull it and I pain will strike and I have to move. That's what I believe. Group. Imagine I got a tie. Yes, I got a tie. Yeah. Pull it in there already. Raise. Raise.
But you see,
so I don't know, a strange thing.
Yeah. The one thing that we've always suggested is that when you pay these people, you pay them and you get them one lump sum. Cover everything. Take care of the bills. Because when we hear then they get paid 80,000 plus 3,000 for this, plus 2,000 for that. Plus, that's the one slap in our face. Make I tell you, I may be wrong. I say, you remember the time they used to give away land to people and bus run? I think, when one new party get in, I used to like give away land, give away bus run, take away bus run and you get to you. CEO, I think that is the same thing. CEO, that one anything where I believe, maybe a CEO could call up and tell me why he deserves $90,000 a year, whatever. But I don't understand. If you got your minister and the minister they get paid crazy money and the minister got something for do, the minister know that who for do it. Why you going to a middleman for go tell the people and where you could have got to yourself where to do? I mean, you just give somebody money for nothing. You know, I mean, that you need to have more responsibility. If you are an area rep, I always felt like area reps aren't pulling the weight where they should be pulling. You know, there's a certain amount where they train with that they should have do, and we accept it. You know, but I don't believe that they're bringing in the jobs into their area that they should. I don't know. There's a lot of things they could do. There's a lot of infrastructure work going on, but nothing social. So there's a lack of responsibility, I think, or there could be more responsibility placed on area reps. CEOs would need to come out, they need to audit CEOs and say, do you deserve that money where to get? Or is that position really even needed? That position.
Maybe that's what they need to
That would
do.
be the question. That would be the question because there's always the trying to justify it by saying, well, CEOs in the private sector will go work in the private sector. Because in the private sector, you have to work. You have to show your worth. And in the public sector, I mean, you know what that is. Because people who are working at the public sector, government workers, a lot of them depend on some small pay scale.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens?
So obviously you're not dead for the cash. A lot of them not dead because they make big chunks of cash.
It's the benefit down the road.
Maybe down the road, some people see security.
One of our listeners says, GOB CEO's salary currently in line or lower than CEOs in the private sector. Ministers manage their constituencies and other responsibilities and won't have time to manage all their portfolios. Yeah, I would have swallowed that. But again, I would audit them and see, I mean, somebody to get one job where they can't handle. Yeah, somebody to get one job where they can't handle. I don't know.
But could the job be done by others? Like, the point I'm going to try and make, like people that work in the government sector, a lot of them they're on high pay scale until they way up and got seniority. But they still get the job done. They're not dead because they make chunks of money. So, the people who work in our sector, that's like the people who choose to be teachers and the people who choose to be nurse and choose to be police, when they make a lot of money, like we say, I'll get rich off of their job there. Can that job be done moving up in the scale in a government sector and say, okay, at some point, that person were there at this level will move up to that decision level. But the pay scale, no, they way up there and so. You understand where I come from? Rather than you dig where I come from. And then you don't got this, you don't have this thing where somebody, whether somebody friend or company, kind of how you look, right? Like, I'll leave reward there for you. Voila. But anyway, I gotta left the thing there alone.
No, but I tell you, I think it's sort of like with socializing. We have socializing, meaning a whole bunch of things. But I really think that, see, I'd read something where somebody is sending me also. But I really think that CEOs, I could understand where you need, like the CEO, I guess, like a manager. You got a boss and you got a manager, and the manager run the thing and stuff. I understand that. But the same way how we are, auditing and looking to see if people that make them right, if they do their job, we should do that to CEOs. And we have to change the name because you know how we use socializing instead of say, class that out your mind. Well, yeah.
How about this one here? How about this one here?
Yeah, hold on. It's the same way that we need to change public servant. Because a lot of these CEOs, I think, I'm a public servant. If you were a public servant, you would not be so worried about giving yourself a $19,000 raise. You're not a public servant anymore. You're not serving the public. You're almost like a
taking away. You're taking away from the public.
It's almost like you're a public burden. If you're a public servant, that means I am putting out 100%. Yeah, I'm putting out 100%, but I'm only getting 50% in return. But when you put out 100% and you get 110% in return, now you're not a public servant no more.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, that will trigger the whole thing, So, and again, there's always that throwing at everybody's face that this group, more important than everybody else.
And everybody else.
And again, it has nothing to do with, okay, the work we didn't do, I wouldn't know if they work do it or not do it. But there's always the, you know, that in the people's face that, and that thing that does rub people the wrong way when people say, boy, they get
Yep.
X amount of perks. Like we were saying, you know, nobody they get perks in today day because there's always a talk of we don't have it. So that right there, so insensitivity again, right there. So now that way pull out this whole business, yeah, they don't have to handle it, they don't have to deal with it. Because the teachers that the public service crew that they wait, and the KHMH crew that they strike up too. So everybody wanting money.
Right.
Because I say somebody get some money, so I want mine too.
No if, buts, or maybe.
Yeah, like in this too cool. I said, boy, Groove give me $1,000 raise and what happened to me at least I know that what.
Yeah, what? Want to know something, man? Want to know something I don't know?
So no, I'm just saying like that the
right.
insensitivity, right?
Let me make that kind of statement in a joke.
Them frighten you, huh?
We got to take a break though, because with the past.
When we go, yeah, what? Oh, we go by time now? Oh, when we go.
You see, man, I throw me under the bus now. I had to give him there, but you see.
Wait, he's not talking about you. Stop it.
Yeah, behave yourself.
It's not about
get
you.
through.
Oh,
Yes,
I see, you see. Behind the scenes, we know that. Boom.
That's right.
Right.
When we come back, we're going to tell you about the complete failure of SpaceX Flight 9. Complete failure. Booster blow up, rocket blow up, Elon Musk blow up, everything.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, also, our Trump star is illegal. That's what the court say.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
We're going back to get things for free.
Yeah.
After barrel.
All right. Yes. Downhill Thursday. Where's the downhill? Let's.
Don't even feel like Thursday, man.
Yeah. Rolling down the hill.
You like downhill Monday?
Watch out. Watch out.
Oh gosh, man.
Buduf bath.
Ooh, let it go. Just let it go.
You remember that? Buduf bath.
Uh-huh.
All right. Send a shout out. Easy channeling. We is
Not
back.
Mm.
Yes. We is back. Who else?
Mm-hmm.
Butterscotch.
What?
Who that is?
How about that scotch?
People saying, you know, who made it suffer? I mean, hemorrhage. Like us too.
There you go. Right. I got a few messages.
You know where at my groove? I got it. I just know that what.
What, Miss Kobe?
What that?
When I get enough stew, where I suffer from?
Uh-huh.
What that?
Gungo fufulu. That what the gungo fufulu.
That
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir. I just want feeling, what colicky feeling where you get.
something you can't explain.
Boca say a lot of things. Who want to read all of that?
Yeah,
Where?
man, you got right funny thing there. Boca is because Boca say if in GOB they're on a pay scale. Everyone knows private sector pays better than GOB. One advantage GOB worker has is that they have a pension scheme, which most private sectors don't. Like what someone mentioned, what Groove read, the minister doesn't operate at today. It is the CEO. Look at Honorable Rodwell Ferguson Facebook post.
This fiasco.
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying basically. I also want to say good morning to Yolanda McGill, to Boca, Beverly Price.
Yolanda.
Yeah, I saw some other names there, but for some reason I can't see the rest. Like
Mighty Force D is there.
Mighty Force D, that's right. Yeah, one of these days after.
And Jose Sandoval.
Ain't got one name like Big Man Tone, you know. I have to check out. What happened?
Deep man tone.
Yes, how you mean?
A deep man tone.
Deep man tone.
Yes, but as
Not
we
big man tone.
earlier, ladies and gentlemen, SpaceX Flight 9, Flight 7 and Flight 8, everything went fine except that the Starship had a rapid unscheduled disassembly. That means it blew up. That's the official not thing at least.
Yeah.
There was a rod. What do you mean? It blew up.
It blew up.
This time they were reusing a rocket that they already used, and normally I would be cheering for SpaceX, but something deep, my bowels make I'm cheering that they failed.
Something deep
But
down.
anyway, yes, they went up on the boost, they separated, the booster came back down, and halfway down the booster said, you know what the hell with this, boom,
I'm
he
not
blow up.
doing this. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know he did this again. I got you the maga. So then now it was up to the to Starship, and Starship did proceed well, went further than it ever did. But then
Mm-hmm.
it started to do this. It started to rotate like that, and with all that, the guide fins burnt off and thing like that, and there was another rud. What we laugh at, Alice? That
Gungo
right there.
Fufulo. Gungo Fufulo sound like a bad itch
Yeah, no, a bad itch, no, a bad itch where you get.
that you can't get scratched.
Yes, yes.
Come on, Phil. You
I
heard?
tell you,
Yes,
I
it's
tell
caused by
you.
the Gungu Fly virus.
Yes, yes. And if you have it more than one time, it's gunga foo foo foo. Um, but yeah, everything explode, everything blow up. So
Uh-huh.
very good, very good. What else? Somebody on the side of the video with somebody lash button now with one horse whip around windshield wiper.
Yeah.
Yo, that we do not condone violence. That is not a good thing to do. The man was actually chased down and assaulted. Um, I believe we do have audio. It was, hey, why,
Are you
hey.
sure you want to play that?
No, that was the audio right there. But I want to tell you, it's not, you can't do that. You can't just walk up to somebody and then got camera at the roll too. You don't think you don't have to pay something? Only
Yeah,
thing
well,
about that.
that's assault.
That's assault, yes. And speaking of
Careful.
salt, yesterday I made bear battered fish and chips, and I guess where I forgot to put in a salt.
Salt.
I didn't put in
You
no
forgot the
salt.
salt.
Drop that
I
salt
forgot.
in, baby.
Yes, I
Mm.
did. Um,
You heard that just
uh,
now? That is called a coconut.
I could not fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, there was a stop order on that Belizean beach construction. You see, this
Mm-hmm.
is why I said that I should have been either a preacher or a politician. Because if either me a politician, I'm your own cricket tree by now, or at least a mile and a half of the lagoon.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get in at a kind of, and not get me wrong, we have about 5 or 6 politicians that are exemplary on both sides of the aisle.
Mm-hmm.
Only about 5 or 6. Just
Oh,
a
yes,
7.
yes. We came to that conclusion
Yeah,
already.
yeah. But we're not here, yo. Go there.
We
We're
have
not
started
here.
make you call in here, cause every time you call in about 1 5 or 6. Or
Yeah.
8. Or 7. And if you find out who these people are.
Boca had agreed with him.
Yes,
Yo, I could
we want to know
yeah.
who that is.
5 or 6. There's 5 or 6 people
Anyway,
in a government.
continue.
Yeah, where they in there to help the people. And when you help people, you know how you get rich by
Mm-hmm.
not chasing money. You know how you get famous by not chasing fame.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get in there and you are doing good, karma works beautifully, because if you are consistently helping people, some sort of way your life is going to be beautiful, you're going to be upwardly mobile. But now you have some people who get in there and say, this is my chance to acquire some land. This is
Mm-hmm.
my chance now for get one come up over. Yeah. This that, and that is the main purpose of their time in a government. And that the way why I always they against diehards. Because when you see thing like that go on, you shouldn't defend that or deal with that because of your party. You shouldn't be against it or for it because of a party. You should deal with that or against it because of right or wrong.
Right.
Plain right or wrong. And when you can stand up against one blatant wrong, right away people start looking at you as like, oh, you might not be pushing that because you got your own thing where I want nobody push pan. So I make no big deal about that. So I'm glad that then they put one stop order on that because we need one beach.
Well,
Ain't that a
Mr.
beach?
Pada, just to the building construction.
Right.
Yeah, but the building construction is what's going to be hampering people from getting to the beach.
Yeah.
So
But the
I
construction
will,
done there. Nothing else not going on.
yeah.
No.
So
No.
we found out who owned the land yet.
Yeah, well, there's a name attached to the ownership.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the government. Well, I mean, the last couple of days, a couple mentions about, and that will probably get funny
Mm-hmm.
about reclaiming. And it's for good show, but we know how anything they work.
Well, before we
You want
anything,
it?
we did our
You want it?
Yep.
Drop the
Take it.
cheese. Drop the cheese. So then there's like there's no win. There's a lose. Because you don't want to
before
take
we
no
say
big amount of
anything-
money out of the government coffers to pay off that.
Mm-hmm.
Before we say anything about that, I just want everybody to know that we did our resource.
We did.
No,
We did our
but
resource.
the house, a couple
Yeah.
members said, well, take back and take back and take back. But we know when you start talk about take back, then you have to pay me away. And then
Right.
one member said, well, and we not pay away. We are pay away when you pay for it. But
Yeah.
you know that's how you go when you go to court.
Mm-mm.
That's what the judge say.
That's not
Yeah.
it.
But you know something, bro? That's where you would have to look at something and say, wait a second. If you bought this for $2,000 and you to try to sell it for $1 million, then you must have acquired this property by fraud and deception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can't prove that.
Wait,
Yeah,
right.
what?
You need to prove that.
But the fact that you would, if you knew that that's the value of a property, if you want to try to sell a property now, what you get for 25,000, and you want to try to sell it now for 11 million. Between the two numbers, do you not see something wrong?
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Between the two numbers, isn't there some foul
Yeah, but
play?
if it was done legally, then you can't do nothing about it. The judge can't make no ruling pan where you choose to do while you in a power.
Boy, to God, I tell alien ton politician.
But this has happened already several times. The government have to pay big money for something where they pay a little bit of money for.
Oh yes.
So
And
that's
then
the
come
name
up
of the
big.
game. Well, you want it. So okay, so let's ask the question. Are we willing to pay, let's say, where the hell did they ask for it? No?
11 million.
11 million.
11 mil.
Would you pay half of that? Let's say
My
5
point.
million. Would you pay $5 million to get back that?
No, I would not pay nothing. I'd probably try to put the person in jail.
That too.
Make it be realistic. Though. Not that we talk about. We talk about what realistically what happen.
First of all, if you could prove that, I mean, again, you people sue for anything. And before we pay that, I am pretty sure that they are going to try, government is going to try to prove that this thing was some underhanded deal went on to get it for that cheap. First thing, something gone on to get it. If that mean me, you or Lisa gone there, that may be $6-7 million right away. And well, we may have to pay for that. No, 25,000 or whatever. So now, again, we could look past way and try to look at the horizon and pretend like we know there's nothing where the front away. But that's why the problem is. The solution and the answer the right front away.
Yes, but the courts not rule pan favors and things done within government. You have to be illegal. You buying a land at that cost. Again, we see this play out already. You buy a land for less
I
cost.
tell you what.
And then
It
you
would
sell
not.
it. You could sell it for whatever you want. I could buy this for $1. And I could sell it for whatever I want. Nobody have to buy it.
Yeah, okay, well, you know what I do then? If I had a government, I would not pay
Oh,
a
we did.
dime for it. What I do, I rezone the area. No buildings allowed on this beach.
So what are you
Plain
going to
and
do
simple.
with the structure that is
Well, the
already
court
there?
say you want a land, you have to pay back X. Now I just ask a generic question here. Would we be willing to say pay back $5 million to get back the property so that Belizeans could use it? And again, it was right, it was there, it was just there was nothing really. You go if you want.
Yes,
If you like the environment, if you never like the environment, so willing to pay $5 million.
Like any other beach.
Right.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
that
any other beach.
never prime time beach
Yeah.
property. That also a place where people go swim. So we're willing to pay 5. I say, are we willing to pay 5? Let's say 5. Forget it back. That is the question.
Yo, bro.
Let's put that
I have to say
to
something.
our
I
audience.
have
Will we
to-
pay 5 million to get it back? Just because we want it back,
Okay.
but somebody want to come up.
Before I answer that question, let me just preface it by saying this. We know the talk about one real estate agent for foreign. We are not talking about some multi-millionaire broker in Belize. We are talking about a former politician. So now, if we want to pay, let's say 5 million, meet the halfway. Who are we paying this to? One former leader of the
Yeah, pay to the
citizens
person whose name
that-
is on the lease. There's a person's name on the lease. We could go legal and legal. There's no
Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
the person named there as the owner. There's no
Right.
Yes,
shenanigans.
All right. But this all has political power.
When they ask that, ask if you're willing to pay $5 million to get it back.
He's not willing.
I know. I tell you this. I hear what you ask. But what I'm saying is, whether or not we willing to pay, we have to understand that who they do this to it.
Yes, we understand all of that, but are we willing to pay $5 million to get it back? Because that's how it works.
It's a funny question because you pay.
Well, I mean, if you go to court, we don't know what a judge
Well,
will
it
say.
depends on how bad you want it.
Yeah, no, we pay $100 million for all
I
that
know.
stupidness. So if we have to pay $5 million for a citizens go enjoy one beach, I think we should. And I think we should
There you
change.
go. We should.
I think we should change the name of the beach to something that shows what kind
Well,
of.
you know why I ask that? I ask
Why?
that because there's the lose-lose scenario where, okay, if you pay, whatever my judge would decide it's worth in today's day, and you get it back, but you know that somebody come up past something where maybe they never should have come up pan. So you see the lose-lose.
That's a why. No, that's a why you name it properly. This that a Bukut Beach. We are call this is not Cucumber Beach. This is a Bukut Beach.
Hey, free markets, my boy. Free market.
No, bro, it's not a free market. It's when you put your trust in a people. You would expect that trust now wear off when anyway.
Again, I mean, both sides have been accused of close to election day, all kind of shenanigans happen.
Oh yes. Right now in an election, I gotta tell you something, bro. One of the biggest election fraud that's happening right now has been put into law. The biggest election fraud right now has been put into law.
What is it?
Because all across the country, there are people in villages and towns where cannot vote in their village council election, not in the general. In the village council election, King Hatchet was a hammer. When village council elections come, you go. If you have your ID, fine. If you don't, the people that are there could say, "Oh, I know Miss Maisie. Come, Miss Maisie. Miss Maisie, vote. No problem." No. In one of the biggest election stealing schemes I think I've ever seen, they are telling you now, no matter how long you live there, if you not register, if you're 100 years old and you not register, you can't vote. No matter how long you live, you know how you could vote? If your name is on a list. Now, when you go down that list and you realize, there's 100 names on here on this list, we don't even live here. When you call some of the numbers on the list, they'll tell you, me could tell you last time I got to that place, but they registered to vote there.
Right.
That is so illegal. I don't see how that passed.
Right.
But that show you the amount of skullduggery, the amount of underhandedness we go on, in these things. So they are literally moving people from one area to come and decide the policies of an area where they don't have nothing to do with. That is thievery. That is election fraud. And anybody that came up with that deserve at least 100 lashes and to be hung under that Michael, that Esquivel overpassed by the foot. Nothing but they just hanging by the foot. So people could say,
Yo, let me send a shout out because, some of our advertisers, they would have like for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, long and strong, hard and fast.
Watch out.
When I hear about him, and they on the login, the advertisement, high price piling.
What?
Yeah. Right, Liz? They've been around for a minute. They've been with us. So at least I got a different conversation there. Let's go. I hope you talk to Jaime Price Piling right there.
Oh, we know Jaime Price, they have why? They have good while.
So yeah, let me send a shout out because, when they people over there that stewards too, who are even aware of that. And we have to big up with stewards then because
the international one there, the local one.
Wherever you listen to us, but Jaime Price that stewards too.
Of course.
No, and I can't say I never know. So I like, of course, man. You get extra kudos for that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Apart from, being with us over the years. Yeah.
Morning, Miss Gunnar. One thing where always surprised me is it even surprised me now, my bro. To be honest with you, it doesn't surprise me anymore. It's the amount of people that's morning stew addicted,
Yeah.
Well, they don't know what now. When you got the gungo fufulo.
Yes,
right.
And I'll tell you. It feels especially nice when you're there with a bunch of people and every place where you stop. And I don't mean like every house. I mean like every business. There's a couple of days ago, we went around, we were in Belize City, we did San Hill, we did all over the place, God.
Oh yes, I know I got a bone for pick. Where the Hannah they did at school too.
Yeah.
Call me when they done the road, like right
there.
Pick
no bone. Hannah come and tell me, he said, Dad, you say I'm still there right there. Hannah tell me, he said, Dad, he said, we call Frisco.
Yeah, call me when they done nip on it.
He said, I think he made it sleep, He said, I think he made it sleep.
Lisa, try tell him this is no village, We have to take a while to reach where fire to reach.
Yeah.
At the Boulevard, I literally take 5 seconds to reach at one point from Boulevard to the next point. By the time he jump a mile sickle, I pull wrong the lane, chop, bus is done, guys. So I like, man.
Them care planting okra and it's so sad.
I tell him, call me when he left Pong Yard.
Right.
No call me when you turn into Vernon Street into Boulevard.
No,
I don't got no time for me.
Right, that's too short of a time.
Yeah, man.
But from Vernon Street to where
That 5 seconds before we reach from there today.
Yeah, that's quick. That's quick.
Boulevard, boom, don't reach. And then bus done the boom already for.
Exactly.
Well, no worry. It was the thought that mattered.
I know. I know I got something to say. I can't call me. They forget about me. That happen. They forget.
Food is going to be nice. It's going to be nice.
But they make a nicely ice cream name in my name and tell me how it is.
Oh, yes, of course. Definitely. Only me and Ali in the home today. So
yeah. But you're going to come and still get it. But now I reach out there now. And some strange reason the phone just black out.
Ooh.
And then the Sunday night, brightest moments. And the phone refused to come on. I can't say nothing.
Oh, no.
Because I could have still call quick because now they had only hang up on the bridge, right? So everything made a bumper to bumper, but I can't reach it down as a whole. I give up.
Oh, boy.
Don't worry, I eat that today.
One of our friends saying every day on the radio is on with you guys. So good morning, Yolanda.
Oh, Yolanda. All right. Somebody's
Yolanda.
here.
Yes, Yolanda.
One second. Carmelo?
I miss that.
Hello, I'm one of the addict. I had an Armstrong for Unitedville. I listen to you every day. Sometimes I have to watch my pot check, I listen to you.
Anna!
Where the cook today, Anna? Where the
Yeah,
cook
what's
today?
cooking today, Anna?
Until I die.
Anna what?
Armstrong for Unitedville.
Well, I make a write down on my list. Guys,
That's gonna really cook
Anna
today, Frisco.
Armstrong,
I make a list,
Unitedville.
Anna
That's
Armstrong.
out west.
What? Unitedville, you say?
Yeah,
Yes,
Unitedville,
out west.
Ohio District.
Alright. How the weather out there?
Why it hot? It hot. Alone
Maybe hot.
triple digits every day.
Man.
It hot.
Wow.
Tell them go check your
But I
rice.
love
Tell them
the
go check
show.
your
When the
rice.
show come on, I know say Lisa or Frisco or Steve, I want to show on every day.
Alright.
Oh my.
Go
Tell them go
follow.
check the pot because I smell the pot the bun.
Where the
What you
cook today?
cooking today, Anna?
Huh?
Where the cook?
What the cook? I'll make caldo out of local chicken.
Man!
Yes.
What
Steam
a way.
flour. Steam flour.
Remind me what I call it again.
The local chicken man where you make soup in the soup.
Okay.
But
Free
I-
range
Yeah.
chicken. Alright. Free range chicken, Groove. Alright,
Yeah,
Anna.
I
I
like
appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I love all of you and that God bless you now and have health and strength every day for come on.
Right.
Counting on my
Yes.
part of my family then.
Don't say. Well, we don't
Right.
get near me. We add you.
Alright,
we
good. I
love
love
you,
you now.
man.
Alright, take care, Anna.
Okay, Frisco.
Yes, man.
All right. You see there? Right away. I don't love Anna already. Everybody at Unitedville.
Yeah, well, you're here, right? United Valley out so.
Yes. Over yonder day. Yes.
You got B Red too. I don't know where B Red from.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, B Red the right boat. Say you say rewatch on the weekends to avoid withdrawals.
Casale says, so if you make $2,000 a month as a teacher and you get 3% raise, that's only $60 a month. Shake my head. That can't even pay one bill. You are right. Miss Kuna said, good morning, everyone. And good morning, Miss Kuna. Alfio said, I got the right number. Oh, never mind.
Also, make a reach out to Rita me as well. Rita me always got creme on, like probably
That's
3
right.
o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, creme there. And Rita pull up on a scene. Party start. Pull up to the scene with my. Rita pull up on the scene and a big party start the other night in Los Angeles. Park
Oh.
creme. Alright.
Rita, do it, man. No,
Well,
Rita, do it.
we got Ram. Where you going, Ram?
Yeah, greetings, respects to both of you and the Queen Mona Lisa Low.
Thank you.
Frisco,
Yo.
what the man say about caldo or a lady or a man?
Lady, you said that free range chicken.
Because caldo in the Spanish countries means soup.
Yes, now he say they make free range soup.
It's a Spanish word for soup, caldo. No.
But you know mean leader?
Huh?
You know mean leader because they don't have alcaldo down south?
Man, they say alcaldo. No pay your groove, no man.
No, alcalde. Alcalde, that's the mayor. Anyway,
Never mind.
you are pay $5 million for something we scan at 1,000. And how much group they pay?
Me no know.
Me know they pay nothing.
How much group are they pay?
I the pay is where they pay for it plus 5 plus court costs.
Well, I could tell you, Belize are really a loving country because the land of the free, democracy, you turn into the monocracy because that's what this thing happened. This couldn't happen in Africa. It couldn't happen with Mobutu Sese Seko, Mugabe. I see the man in the room, the white African from Africa. That not happen in Belize, so they always take chance in Belize, do what they want. I wouldn't give them nothing as a government and take the land, or how much you spend on this land, I'll give you back what you spend. I mean, if you spend at all, I'll give you 2,000. But I'm going to give you $1 million.
Right.
That's my opinion when it comes to that.
Yeah.
No, last week when they go to help you, they say about lime juice. The best time, lime juice in the morning with water. Wash your liver, wash your system, clean your system.
No sugar.
No,
No lime and water. 2 cups in the morning. To cut it in half, put half in 1 cup, then drink it, and the next hour you do the same thing. That clean the entire system. And the last thing I want to tell you, go to health. Be careful, generic medicine. Be careful, kitchen lab medicine. You have to be careful. Because kitchen lab medicine, they're not good for nothing. Generic neither, they're not good for nothing. And finally, we know the good one, you and Groove. We don't got me 3 days to eat lunch fruits. Meanwhile, we talk about plantain and split peas and pigtail. And Mr. Groove, he received a bucket of chicken with 2 burgers. You know?
What, Joe?
You know, they say make we bring one extra bucket for share with Frisco and Lisa and maybe Ram.
What? That bucket never
You
know.
have to bring extra.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Ram.
Take care of you now. Be careful. Go out of here.
Take
Make sure
care.
remember Mr. the whole day.
Yeah, that's another story, yeah. All right, Ram, take care, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Respect.
All right. Thanks, Ram.
Yeah, we're going to be out there on a Sunday, man. But again, you know, the ministry said, you know, they have everything under control.
Under control.
So yeah, once again, let me send a shout out, Jaime Price Piling, man. We appreciate you guys. Just being morning stewards, we appreciate you, but we extra appreciate you because, you know, you support Creme over the years. Yeah, so much respect. Morning, Supplies Plus Distributor, always locked in. Hey, tell me.
Yeah, Trevon and the guys over there.
Where that Trevon? Okay. Tell me, send a lease sales rep right there, his spot, man. We can get me on board, Panis too.
It's true.
Make we know where they distribute. Maybe they got something we want to distribute. There's a group.
How you mean? I willing.
Come on, Trevon.
I am willing to.
Make it happen. Sign the treaty, baby.
That's right.
Push the button.
Push the button, Gentile. Big wins.
BW.
Wait a minute, they know.
Maybe back in ATL. I'm not sure.
All right.
Anybody heard anything about Reckless?
He was some kind
no,
of motorcycle
other
accident.
Other than he was hit, yeah. Herman, good morning. We got Colville locked in as well.
We got rain yesterday, you know. No, nothing big.
Stop it.
Yes. But it practice.
That's
Yeah,
what it is,
as June come in, we expect some rain. I thought about that down
Yes.
the road. Like I write down Swayze in here, because Swayze is a business panelist.
Of course, Swayze.
I know what's funny too. There's this tradition that every May 24th it rains. And I'm not sure if it was the 24th or the 25th, but about 10 drops came down. So as long as water come down from heaven, and I don't know birdie people, it qualify as rain. So yes. There's a video going around of an animal hitting a school kid, knocking the kid out cold.
Was that Belize?
And then
I don't Belize. So.
I'm not sure if that's Belize. I don't think so.
I don't think that Belize.
Well, I don't believe, because, man, I wish that little boy had one pa or one brother who would have come over there and just stamped that one in a years.
Well, I remember there at school, you know, I remember then somebody made see me over, and I make it tired, and I do nearly the same thing.
Yeah.
I know wait for the strike first. I strike first.
Yep. Exactly.
Don't blame me.
Exactly.
I mean, man, the talk strong.
Yep.
That's one of the reasons why my granny had to go to school for me, you know.
No, because if somebody drop means that the other person wrong, but Casale, tell me how you go. We're going on, Casale.
Oh, how you guys doing? I'm getting a suntan. I'm at the tallest building in Belize City, getting a suntan right now.
Man.
It has a pool. It has a pool on top of it. What is the tallest building in Belize City?
Is it not?
I don't know. I don't know why Nepal going to drive. I don't go to drive.
On top of it, Steve.
I don't go to drive.
I don't know. I'm at some place called Golden Tree.
I want to tell you, go to drive. I go to drive.
I don't know the streets. I just be driving. I don't know the streets. Okay. Yeah,
that's the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
If your friends start acting up, then you,
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm getting a suntan, baby. It's hot in Belize. Hey, but it was 100 degrees in Las Vegas when I left there and everything. But it's humid in Belize. You know, what you want
did
to
you
talk
come
about
in?
is that land. Oh, what's up, Groove Master?
You didn't come in on that flight the other day, did you?
Last week?
Oh, no. The
Hey.
VIP
Yeah,
flight?
just checking.
No.
Only checking.
You know, you know about that flight that came in for immigration and everything? What they doing, right, in all states, if you get caught up in immigration, they got like 3 destinations that they're going to send you to right away within 72 hours. If you're from LA or the West Coast, got caught up in immigration, they're going to send you to Washington within 3 days. That's where the first plane takes off, man.
Oh, Lord. Closer to the virus.
On the Midwest, Mid-East side, you got Louisiana, New Orleans is the next destination port for the global plane to go through over the Caribbean and also on the East Coast and everything. So, yeah, it's getting kind of rough. My boys, I got a couple of boys in immigration right now, trying to fight their civil cases and everything, but hope all goes well. But back to the land in Belize and everything. You know, that is a crackhead price. That's what crackheads sell land for $1,000.
Come on, be careful now. Careful now. You're treading on thin water.
Man, that is a crack. Yo, the average price for let's take my family land for Rita May, the banners or the woods and everything. We got the place all fenced up by Pumyard Bridge. You might see there's a empty vacant lot by that little market or by Pumyard Bridge. That's Rita May, my property and everything. That land costs about $75,000 to $100,000 just for the land because it's in a commercial business area.
You are Rita Meda family?
Cousins.
We're not first cousins. Rita May should be Rita Bud, but she got married. Yeah, that's like my sister. What are you talking about? I do anything for Rita May. And she know that too.
Wow.
Rita, they right there, they tell me LOL after you, you know. They right there, they tell me LOL after you.
She know how her husband go. Yo, I'm like her bodyguard too. If anything goes down at her house, she know who to call. Ghostbusters. But back to that property thing though, that's a crackhead price, $1,000.
Listen,
Man,
it's
guys,
friends. It's a friend business, Castelli. Leave it alone.
Yeah, hey, Boots, you need to get back to that land, homeboy. You and your evil ways and everything. Anyway, I gotta go, guys.
But Casale, on a personal note, Casale. Yeah, on a personal, I don't mind ask you this because I'm a brother too. Where you to try get one tan for?
What you say? What you say, group? Mr. Frisco?
I said, why you try to get a tan?
Why you to try get a tan? If I go on the beach, I don't try to get no tan.
I look white. I went to drop off some packages to this lady house for her kids, and the kids told their mom, tell the white man, thank you. I am not white. But anyway, yeah, I was get a suntan. I look white when I come from Belize. From America. Anyway, let me get my suntan on, jump in this pool with my honeys and everything.
Watch out. And then our famous place, sir.
Big splash.
I tell you.
Very famous place. Yes.
Good morning, Rod. He's in tune.
Let's take a break. We gotta take a break. And
no. Any piece of land that we gonna buy?
You want a piece?
I don't want to try to get a piece of cheap land, you know. Sell them for a big price.
Well,
okay.
I know if you pick up bone it, you know, but wait till I come back.
What? For who? Him?
Yes, he.
Oh, okay.
Me? I gotta go get my.
We ain't got no beef.
Yeah, we ain't got no beef. You can't have beef today. It's a vegetarian Thursday.
Oh, it is?
We'll take a break. Yeah. We'll be right back.
All right. Big up Rods and Pan. Take care of you. Stay safe and hydrated.
Yeah.
I don't know. I say you're wrong. Before the beef start, you're wrong. I don't know that I make my position stand clear.
Yes. 11, baby.
You mean?
Just like that. We nearly miss it. We miss it. I got catch it right there, sir. Just in time.
That's right. 7-Eleven is your minute to get up and take that little stretch. Go get a little water. Pass the note to the girl next door or whatever. Just not do nothing illegal. If the boss away, they don't tell her how, at least that's what we do it.
Yeah.
This day was officially manifested by the mayor, you know, remember?
Yes, it was.
This specific minute in the day.
Well, that year passed now, but yeah, I mean, hey. Hey, send a shout out to G. Michael Reed, man.
Yes, man, they bout.
Hi, G Mike. Hi,
G-Mike.
G Mike.
G-Mike just put up one post, make her get it.
What
And
did he say?
I sort of misunderstood. G-Mike said 49 minutes ago, if juice isn't running down your chin or down your elbow, you're not eating it right. I love
Mango.
Yes, I love mango season. I tell her, I say, oh, I'm sorry.
What do you think the man top about, Groove?
I have no
gosh,
idea.
man.
I have no idea. But you know, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
What a way.
I just hear something where I never heard in cricket tree yet.
What
But
is
actually,
that?
one time, one car alarm gone off. The last time I heard a car alarm gone off, Heckman has decided to drive my car when the bank picker by Susan. But
Really?
I do believe, Mr. Frisco, you
We
got
got
a bone or a beef?
Well, I got a news package.
Oh, that too. Oh.
So,
This
This news package, ladies and gentlemen, is brought to you through the fine courtesy of one of our foundation sponsors, Miss Love. That is, thank you.
You're welcome.
all right, so you lead, Groove.
Very well, very well.
I will follow him.
And this is coming to you from our Krem News Center. Prime Minister John Briceño started wrapping up the budget debate for the fiscal year 2025-2026 close to 5 p.m. on Wednesday. All but one area representative contributed to the three-day marathon event. The member for Corozal North, Honorable Hugo Pat, was absent with no explanation provided, and this garnered him some criticism from government's bench. Opposition leader Honorable Tracy Panton affirmed Monday that Pat's absence had nothing to do with the internal party issues. We note here that despite the recent court ruling on who is the rightful UDP, Pat has maintained support for Panton to be the next leader of the party. In his closing remarks after the 3 days of debate, Briceño first tackled Panton's note that the labor force has decreased by 26,000 and that the low unemployment figures are questionable.
Before, there was approximately 129,000 Belizeans that were not working. But of those 129,000, Mr. Speaker, 84% were not working because of personal or family responsibility. That came up to about 47,000 people. They were attending school or training, which is about 24,463 persons, or Belizeans. There were disability or illness or injury. That is approximately 10,904 Belizeans. They were retired or too old to work. That's another 26,364 persons. Where we need to work is on the 47,000 that were not working for one reason or another. But of those, honorable members, 44,300 are women. Many, as we know, many of our women have, I don't want to call it a burden, because it's something, it's almost a privilege of taking care of the children and the family. But they are the ones, in many instances, are required to stay home to be able to take care of the family.
According to Prime Minister John Briceño, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, continues to provide glowing assessments of the fiscal performance of Belize. He reported during the wrap-up of the budget debate that earlier this month, the IMF provided an assessment letter of Belize's current macroeconomic and fiscal performance that speaks well about Belize.
The letter is connected with Belize's participation in the World Bank's development policy credit. In that letter, the IMF concluded, and I quote, not my words, I quote, Belize's economy has performed remarkably well. The IMF cited that 8.2% growth rate in 2024 and projecting a 2025 growth rate well above the historic average of 2.23%. Remember, under the UDP it was 1.5%, but the historic average is between 2 and 2.3%. We are going to go way beyond the historic growth rate. Actually, when you think about it, every single year the IMF would predict certain growth, and every single year we surpass their predictions. This letter pointed, this same letter right here, pointed to an inflation rate of 1.4% in March of this year. Now, allow me to repeat for emphasis, a 1.5% inflation rate in March of 2025. And they expect the inflation rate to fall by another 25 points basis to 1.25% in over the medium term. The fact shows exactly what the IMF predicted, that inflation is currently at 1.3%.
That news package brought to you through the courtesy of Mara.
20 years ago, we built a company that is about more than just connection through technology. We've
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. 17 minutes after 11, man. Downhill Thursday.
Yeah, I think we're having a bad downhill day. There was a Chinese paraglider by the name of, let me get this right, Peng Yujiang, 55. He was testing new equipment. You know, he's a paraglider. He was about 3,000 feet above sea level over the Quilian Mountains when a rare updraft of air current known as a cloud suck pulled him about 5,000 meters higher into the cloud formation. Saturday's event were filmed on a camera that was mounted on Mr. Pang's glider, and the footage has gone viral after being posted on Douyin, Chinese version of TikTok. Wait, hold on. They even got TikTok to China. They got their own version. Anyway, the guy went up into the clouds, and when he came down, he was covered in icicles, and he just was holding on for dear life.
Oh, how long was he up there for?
Well, he didn't actually say.
Okay.
You know, but he couldn't have been up there that long because it sucked him up and spit him out.
Spit him out.
That's right. That's right.
So, there's a report. It's not coming from the Krem News Center, but there's a weird, dangerous report without calling names because it hasn't been verified by a Krem News Center that somebody out in San Pedro is accused of threatening residents with a syringe that might or might not be tainted with HIV blood.
I saw something like that.
No, that is wild. If that is the case. It's alleged that this person in 2019 was charged and sentenced for attempting to stab a police officer with a syringe.
This person.
So this is today that there's a story going around that this person attempted to or acting aggressively with a syringe business. So that is, I hope that if that's the case, that you know the authorities deal with that and carefully as well, because there you go again. Right. So if that's the case, how you handle that? Because you don't want to be all up. You know what I mean? And if this person has already been charged with attempting to stab a police officer with one syringe, that might or might not be tainted with HIV blood. But anyway, we'll see how that goes.
That's his modus operandi. To me, I think that's they need to do other things for that story and find out that person's mental acuity. Did we ever mention that young man that died in jail, the young man that was mentally ill, why he was arrested?
No.
Yeah, bike light. A bike
light.
And I think a bike light, they stopped him for a bike light. And I think when they stopped him, they found a little bit more than 10 grams of marijuana on him. Yeah, so again.
Remind me that which, I know I read it, you know, and I was like, okay, here we go. Which case was it again?
That's not me thing up there. This was still,
the young man they found.
I mean,
what
happened?
They found
the young man they found hanging in his in the cell, right?
The one in the cell. Okay, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
The one in the cell.
Yep.
So.
And they found again.
Well, I never get a part there. In a FOI report, we just said the person was charged for riding without one light.
Yeah.
No, no. Here we go again. Who did get charged for riding without one light? In 2025. You know, police could use anything where they know for.
Yeah, any law they could stop it.
Right, apprehend somebody if they want to. It's not being done across the board, but we've heard where okay, maybe you see one individual who you think you want to mess with,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a violation, you could use a violation for. But I don't know.
I saw a thing.
What did you see?
I saw a thing on TV where this guy was washing his vehicle. That apparently happened. Guy made a wash your vehicle. A friend came up and gave him a cigarette. Off duty cops saw it and called some cops that was on duty, and he said, "I just saw this guy give this other dude something,
Mm-hmm.
a package." So the cops pull up on the guy washing the vehicle, and they told him, you know, "What did that guy give you?" He said, "He gave me a cigarette." The cops said, "Well, we don't believe you." And the guy, they told him not to go anywhere. The guy said, "You're violating my rights." And the guy got into the car and closed the vehicle. When he did that, the cops said, "All right, you're resisting arrest." And because what they did was, even though they didn't have a reason to stop him, just by the actions that they did, gave them a reason to justify the wrong stop, the illegal stop. Because when they told him not to get in the vehicle and he got in the vehicle, he disobeyed us. So now, and they took this guy to jail that night and they didn't find anything. So the guy turned around and sued him for $25 million and won.
That's
you know.
it.
But yeah, that's it's a funny thing because if everybody was just doing their job okay, you wouldn't have to worry about things like that. But a lot of times there's ulterior motives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't take out the chicken, I take out the pork, I take out the turkey, and I look for the beef.
Okay, so what you did?
Yeah,
First, your microphone.
Work better.
Oh yeah. I mean, I messaged the man in Trump, right? Because the policies are pro-American, pro-white American policies. But then I could remember. Why I remember that is because I saw. What did I see?
They import white people from South Africa?
No.
Oh.
I saw something on YouTube. Was it YouTube? Wherever the hell I saw it. Maybe. There was two guys enjoying a couple bellikins. There's two American guys, white American guys. And one of the guys said, well, Belize is beautiful. And if you want a piece of beautiful Belize, contact such and such a person, and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, for real?
So I saw that. And then I remember Groove. And I remember Groove saying, we should not sell no land to nobody. We stop that. And then in the back of my mind, I say, why in the back of my mind, I think I could message Groove right now because of what you say. And then I say, suppose Trump me say, when I get no land to nobody who would have but American, stop sell African American land, stop sell would come from Belize land, stop sell land, only American forget land. Groove me and they up in our thing. If Trump me say, stop sell land to outsiders, but I say, our message group got group say, stop sell land, Belize land to outsiders.
Yeah, to outsiders.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
So that is.
Yeah. Yep. There are still more land available in America than land where people live on.
Oh, yeah?
Understand that? There is more vacant land in America than there are land where people live on.
No, livable
when
land.
America, yeah, livable land. When America gets to 13% of land owned by America, America don't even have to say you can't buy land, yeah. America, they say we don't want you, yeah. So you don't even have the opportunity to buy land, yeah.
No, I don't say. If Trump me say that.
Yeah. I still believe that in the country of Belize, we should not be selling land to any foreign entity. Not because of any prejudice or any bias or nothing. For the simple fact that more foreigners, and I believe we had said this already, more foreigners own prime real estate in Belize than Belizeans.
Mm-hmm. That we
More
know.
foreigners own major parcels of land than Belizeans. So at some point in our history, we want to reach the point where no land will be left for Belizeans. So it's just out our national pride for Belizean unity. I think that foreign investors who have thousands of acres of land, we should be analyzing, are you using it? What are you doing? You know, I mean, there's a lot of things that we could do, but I don't think that we have the cojones.
Well, I mean, every time I see these things, really bellowing.
Yeah. You see
So
what
again,
happened?
and the person who I was speaking with wasn't Belizean either. The person who you contact if you want a piece of Belize. So I like, boy, who they doesn't sell half land of Belize like that.
Exactly.
So,
The other day there was this campaign about buy Belize, and that just sounded bad.
Well,
But
so way by long to go and let you make you go.
mhm.
That there are stretches of land where certain people own who now they cash it in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
For
hard to
top dollar.
tell. Yeah.
Of course.
If I had piece of land that Kikaka, and that poor person, and somebody come up to me and say, yo, Bale, I give you $5 million for this piece of land. Yo, make I tell you something.
Why not 11?
11 million dollars. It would have been hard. But I look on them because my mind I say, yo, if I get $11 million, I could take $100,000, buy him a piece of land over here. But the point of the matter is a foreign investor now owns a prime real estate. And it's hard for poor people to turn that down. That's why this would have to be something almost legislated. That, on a simple thing, we not got enough land to Belize people no more. Plain and simple. We not got enough land to Belize people no more. That's the way, look at South Africa right now. South Africa gone through this whole apartheid thing. Now then they try to level up the playing field. And Trump, they said that there's a big apartheid going on. A big genocide. There's no genocide. White people, they say, yo, Trump, you nuts. The president of South Africa went to Trump and took a whole bunch of white people with her. And I looked at Trump. What I like was when the man told Donald Trump, I am sorry I do not have a $400 million jet to give you. Trump never even realized where he take. But anyway, I still say we should have named a beach Bukut Beach when we get it back. Yes.
Yeah.
What else to go on? In the middle of everything, Israel decides that a major expansion of settlements in occupied West Bank will be taking place. Palestinian Authority says that is a dangerous escalation. I don't say how that is a dangerous escalation. The Israelis are killing your people. Taking the land now is secondary. That is no escalation. That is one country that should go the way of Sodom and Gomorrah. That is a country that should be Hiroshima again, because the atrocities that government is committing right front of our eye with two middle finger up at the world. Any other country would have been doing that. The whole world, man, they're on top of them already. But because it is Israel, the chosen one. Yes.
NEMA reminds everybody that NEMA is a system, not a single person. So when decisions are made, and we're moving into a couple of days from the hurricane season, right?
Right.
And so many different agencies, they say, and ministries collaborate during times of national emergency. But
not only that, they work together.
The Prime Minister make the call, though.
What? The Prime Minister, they make soup?
Make the call. No call, though. The call.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
It's a system, but remember.
Anita is making caldo.
Yes, Anna. Yeah.
Oh, Anna Armstrong.
Yeah.
Anna.
And also, I get the stats right now. Yeah.
Nick.
And also urging Belizeans to get your hurricane. Please don't eat the chicken sausage before the time.
What?
Get your hurricane preparedness things started. I mean, you know, it's nice to say get it before the time, but if you start early, for a lot of people, you could at least try, you know, get things one. You know how we do it, I believe?
Of course.
So, give
Stop
me
it.
first aid kit, put that one side. Start to put things together.
Stop it. Stop it.
Buy a couple
Stop it.
extra. Just get a couple extra.
Yeah.
Couple extra.
Ladies and
Go back
gentlemen,
to
we're
find out.
going to try to tell you. We're first going to try to tell you. When you get on the first rations together. Because by
First.
an amount, yes, the first ration, because we know that by an amount that they set one done.
No, you see,
Then
you're
you
not
find
to touch it, man. You're not to.
You, but everybody I touch it. I touch my ration.
We know you do.
Yes. What?
Fine.
No,
Everyone
but
take it.
even at rations, like I say, invest in our first aid kit, things like that. Get start to get the things together and prepare.
You can just buy stuff,
If you have it prepared for last year, very well.
Well, check and see that everything is still intact and
Right,
working.
right,
and,
right.
You know,
And
things
start
like
to
that.
put my little thing together,
Expired in there.
just in
Make
case.
sure and try get a lights. We don't need candles no more.
Mhm,
There's enough rechargeable lights. There's enough battery
There you go.
lights. Yeah.
Things like that. See, I didn't even think that, but you see, that one the top right there. So 1-1. Instead of
Right.
Yeah.
instead of when sunstorm go on, they threaten everybody the bum rush. If you buy the same set of things all at once.
And everybody,
Yeah.
wow.
Yep.
So
Mm.
get anything they want, buy a leaf flashlight this week if you could, put it there. Buy some
Watch out.
use
You see right
battery,
there?
buy a leaf battery, put it there. Correct. Charge up
See right there? This one that for the living room. There's one in the bedroom. There's one in the kitchen.
Right.
So that when blackout comes,
Right.
you turn on your lights and you have your lights. The one thing we have to do is get better solar fans or better
Yeah.
battery fan. Because them battery fan, they only last for a certain, they last as long as the battery. It's about 6 months and then it gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, and with the food again, we know how things go. We are buy one thing and we are put it there. But one day we are wake up and boy, we don't got no salmon to eat with the egg. Go get the canned beef. Right? That's all we are do. But as you take out, you make sure you have
You
one
put back.
stock. Yeah, as you take out and you get your leave money back, you put it back because God forbid the big storm come and you can't get no food. You are glad for the preparation that you made. You know,
Okay, and even if you're focus on the food first,
Mm-hmm.
the other things necessary, like you said,
Well, like
the light necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Again, first aid kits with medicine, things like that.
Also, you need to limb your trees. Make sure that, you know. your
Limb
trees-
by limb, we are go cut them down, send for the hogs.
Yes. Then don't forget, you have to get your supplier ponto and bamboo.
Oh,
because-
Lord.
Well, I don't know
What?
about that.
How you mean? I thought you know that people on the buy the liquor too. You know people on the buy the liquor
Well,
too.
you know that no
That
allows.
still don't concern me.
If you put that in your thing, that no allows.
That no concern me.
Yo, bro, I tell you something. Liquor, Alain bring one thing here where me gone and Snoop Dogg champagne.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that Snoop Dogg champagne must taste like gin and juice. I just can't imagine Snoop Dogg champagne tasting like champagne.
Mhm.
One of our listeners, let me see, one of our listeners said, and I quote, some countries, okay, there used to be a law that government may not pay more than what was last paid to government for a land. All right, I'm not sure about that. And then he says, some countries do not allow foreigners to buy land. Belizeans can't compete with foreigners to buy Belize. And that's the thing.
Yeah, that drive up the
Yeah.
cost of
Mm-hmm.
land purchase.
Exactly. And when you say that, and again, just like how we export, when you export,
Just may I say that? Yep, that is the same thing.
Yeah. That is same thing with land because how much money foreigners are paying for land now. One Belizean can't afford a piece of land because we get charged foreign price, you know. And these are the part government should step in at certain things. The reason why I don't think the government they bother with it really is because I think that the majority of government people are taken care of. Their parcels are good. Their parcels set. So no matter how much more land gets sold, their parcels are set, you know. And that's why we have to get them 5 to come up and start to act. Them 5 have to work together, across the aisle, across the floor, whatever you want to call it.
Mr. 5, boy, I'm Mr. 5.
I'm Mr. 5. We have followed down 5 directly, no worry.
Hey, Trevon says that they have at Supplies Plus. And they sell the best, they say, emergency rechargeable lights.
Really?
Send me a picture, Trevon.
Oh,
So,
fun.
The problem with the rechargeable that the battery, you know, the cheap battery with the inside. Then if they not then. I'm just saying for a lot of places we sell.
Yeah.
That's why I have a short life span.
Right.
Yeah.
And because the battery, the rechargeable battery, that is probably cheapest way. So if you could get a good quality product, we have a good battery. We could recharge more times. Then you have a good product.
What we do, what we found out is that we use the USB, the rechargeable ones like that, but we also have one power bank, so that when a blackout come, all these things are at 100%. But then when you use it, when they start dying, we still have the power bank to like recharge.
Yeah, to recharge for a minute.
You know, so if you plan ahead, you could get through the hurricane season with less aggravation, because the biggest aggravation to me that no light, no electricity. That's the biggest aggravation.
Somebody is here. Who's here? Carmelo.
Yes.
What's up, guys? Morning.
Yo, what up?
Hi, Volker. Good morning.
You made it through the anniversary and the birthday. I see.
What's that?
Like on the part 2 days budget break.
3.
Oh, 3, yeah, you're right. 3 days budget break. I hope they would not have to no raise, because they're on the raise right there.
All right. We are bringing to the house.
Guys, that are good advice on us again, and I think that's what somehow we Belizeans are not sure if the rest of the Caribbean think like us, but it seems everybody like do the same thing. Well, not everybody, but majority is that we wait until the storm comes to try get A, B, C, D, E, F, G to Z, and we find out sometimes that the lines are long, some of the product is sold out by the time you get there. And if the storm do come, you're in a situation where you have to depend on hands out. But that was a very good idea. Like when the hurricane season starts, you start to buy certain things and stock it up, like your tin food, your flashlight, your stuff like that. I try to keep it in our area. Although you might think that, storm not come and when I use it, but it's good to be prepared.
Of course.
For things like that.
I agree.
But second thing, right? I don't know if they have a law, but I have to. Yesterday at Tourism Village out the fort there, I had to tell one of the tourism police officer, I live in Belize and this is our free country. What happened, I have a friend that came in on the cruise ship, right? And to me, any port of entry that Belize should be your visit. When you see people come in, you should go there to greet them. I don't say no law will say they are slap you because you come for a cruise ship. Is there such a law?
We say they are what?
Yeah, what?
Well, law that you can't go to the tourism village to greet people that come off the ship.
You have to wait at one of the terminals, Boca.
No, Boca, you don't have to go wait at no terminal. You go wait at the terminal.
Leave Lisa alone.
Because here what happened. You know, one of my friends told me that she and the family, may they come with the kids. And
But no law that who own the property, that what they didn't try to say.
no, the street is public.
Well, the
I
street.
not going in at the tourism village for say go into the terminal, go greet nobody.
Terminal.
I remember way back when that tourism village opened. You remember, guys, they used to block off the street that you couldn't even drive around it when the ship comes in.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
that's the
And
time we
they
used to
changed
fight
that
like
law
God.
because it was unconstitutional. You cannot stop nobody from drive our street. That's a public area.
Yeah.
So what happened? The person I just went out there, you know, the person told me they were in the terminal. They were coming out because they were going on a cave tubing tour. So I
what?
just sat
the terminal?
out there talking to some of the guys that are tour guides, and you know, they run the joke also. So the person came out to the family, I greet them, and I was leaving. So the tourism police were asking me what business I have out there. I said, I'm not soliciting any business. Somebody came in on a cruise, and I wanted to greet them and tell them hello, and I'm leaving. He said, if I know that our restricted area, I said, how can a public street be a restricted area? The terminal inside is restricted, I fully understand. And he asked me if the person, when I'm in the driving, never go past. I said, but this is our public street.
Right.
In the past, I remember you guys tried to block the street, and the court ruled that this is a public area you can drive through. I'm not soliciting any business. I was going to a port of entry. So why can't you greet somebody coming to a port of entry?
Yeah.
You don't agitate her.
Yeah, me I that wisdom after I tell you this we're going to read the law because that's very unconstitutional. You're stopping me from passing in a public area. I have freedom of movement from Corozal.
How long ago was that?
He said yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yesterday it happened.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow,
she
I
said
didn't think
you
of that.
need a pass. Pass? Why I need a pass to walk for a public street? I said that's why when we try this and the court stop it, that's why vehicle could drive through now first. They used to make no vehicle drive through unless with our tour van or something have a do it tour. But that's a public area. If I want to greet somebody have a like you to tell me I got a airport and I can't wait outside for when your family or friends come in to pick them up. I tell I'm not soliciting any business. I'm just with somebody coming out to greet them, say hello, and I'm leaving. I don't like I don't do the hustle tourist. I understand that. So you know, so I think the people who work there tourism place need to know the laws, I believe. Because that's very unconstitutional for you to stop me from passing a public area and I can't stop or talk to nobody. No, that's wrong. That's totally wrong. But Groove, Frisco, and
Yes.
Lisa, you know why we're having hazy weather, right?
Yes, Saharan does. Saharan.
Fuck the
Listen to me.
Saharan. No.
Listen to me. I think it was Monday. I got outside and I said,
Funny birthday.
I said, I wonder why this guy look kind of not so blue. And then back of my mind, I said, I wonder if Sahara the boat. But when I come inside, I forget to go on the site and check it. Till when Groove said, Boca say.
Yes, I tell her to, because in celebration of Boca's birthday and anniversary.
It comes around this time of the year and later it's already across the Caribbean and into Belize area.
Yes, it is.
But Boca they said they harass you because you look at him also.
Yeah, you know, hustler.
One good thing, Frisco, we don't nothing what farm once got the road.
Oh yeah, one Sahara does the boat, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing what farm, so we kind of escape that leave it. And
Oh, there it is. There you go, Kirsty.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Better that we
On the money.
It's better that we can't breathe and get hurricane.
There's a big plume in
If
the
you got a respiratory problem, protect yourself. Gotta wear a mask if somebody with asthma and things
Why? One big plume in the corner of the Atlantic right now. Look for enter the
Yes,
Caribbean.
a big plume they call. So you know, people with respiratory problems should take note and we'll try wear a little mask to cover your nose and mouth.
Yeah, they need to make a schedule and go to the terminal with their respiratory problem.
Yes, and wear your tennis.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.
And and probably a shirt.
And your Elisa, and your tennis.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, somebody sent a picture. Says, morning, this will kill somebody in Galvez. Which Galvez? Is that?
Galvez.
Nah, man,
Galvez
Galvez
in your
Stadium?
business?
Is that the name, man? Galvez Stadium?
No what?
I
Whatever
don't know
that
if
is.
it's a stadium, but it is a sporting facility because I see bleachers and a basketball court.
Uh-huh.
But there is a facade of a building, a structure with 4 uprights and a cross beam. A bell beam will look like if that's
Oh, Galvez Park. This is Galvez Park.
Okay, yeah, but that is dangerous.
For sure.
The
Mm.
San Ignacio, Santa Elena,
Mm-hmm.
Galvez Park. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Very good.
Better not down anything there before you drop on somebody.
It's true.
It's true. Mm-hmm.
It's true. True.
Yeah. All right, let's get a move on because time is moving.
Yes.
Of the essence.
I think that we need to get to a weather or the girly word. Which you want to do, Miss Love? It's you, yeah.
Let's get the girly word.
you
quick.
want?
Whichever one, cualquiera.
Girly word. Girly word.
Girly word. Okay, girly word. And here comes the butterflies. This one was contributed from earlier on this week.
Who, the
One of
butterfly?
her no, the girly word. One of her store.
Okay.
Yes, said, I think I have a girly word. Do you want it? I said, of course. So he says, take the break. It's this one, Christy, darling. Take the break. Take that nap. Take that trip. Take whatever you need because the world will take everything from you if you don't take care of yourself.
Ooh. Foreign one.
Okay?
Foreign one.
I swear.
And I was just chatting with somebody who told me that they had an amazing vacation, and I'm like, you deserve it.
Take that
So,
break.
yeah, take the trip.
Must be green.
No. I had to tell you.
I'm not calling no name.
Must be green.
But yeah, that's your girly word for today, Thursday.
Very good. Very good. We appreciate that.
So, do we have the first part of the man's perspective?
But of course, what kind of question is that?
Hey,
What do you mean?
let's do this.
And this one has to do with your metal.
Ooh.
Yes, the man's perspective for today, ladies and gentlemen, it says simply, and I quote,
Ooh.
the same boiling water that softens the potato or potato hardens the egg.
It's true.
It's about what you're made of,
Where is the line?
not the circumstances.
That is it. Mm-hmm.
The same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It's about what you're made of, not your circumstances. In other words, no matter where you come from, no matter where you come from, as long as you're a black man, you're an African. Anyway, that's what it is. No matter where you live, no matter what your surroundings are. God continue, God know the song, you know. No mind your complexion. It is just a reflection. Part 2 of the man's perspective.
Part 2.
Yes, I will defer to the second motion and the reading to be announced at a later date.
Oh, for
Do, do the member? What I say?
Yes, now that the protocol has been established.
All those who agree say aye.
Aye.
Yes, he is.
It has
Alright.
been established.
No, it's 9 minutes to we gotta move on. Let's drop the weather.
All right.
Why
Yeah,
I want to start a real conversation with that. So.
All right, you are my weather. This weather, it took me 3 days to get this person, Miss Anne McCrack. Miss Anne McCrack is from Pretoria, South Africa.
Wow.
And I know we may not know this Miss Anne McCrack, but we know her sisters, my neck and my back. Yeah, you know my neck and my back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my booty and my crack.
Oh, Lord.
Bob, go ahead, my booty. Yes. My back, my booty.
It says, fair and warm weather conditions prevail in our forecast. Sunny with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers will be isolated. Winds blowing east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots. It's gusty. The sea state is moderate to rough. Waves beyond the reef 4 to 7 feet.
Yeah, it is.
For today on the coast is true. 90
Yes,
degrees of Fahrenheit, inland areas. Steve.
Uh-huh. 96 degrees in the shade. What is it called? Contract day.
Real
Real
hot.
hot. Oh, yeah. In the
In the
shade.
shade.
They
And
want the
in the hills,
contract.
it's 84 degrees of Fahrenheit, just in case you did not know.
Mhm.
So this is your caution, all right? Occasionally gusty winds and locally rough seas. Operators of small craft are advised to exercise caution. We are currently experiencing a high tide. A low tide comes in at 6:44. Another
Low
high on
tide.
schedule just after midnight, like 12:56, and
Mhm.
then another low
Yes.
comes in at 5:32 early Friday morning. Sunset this evening at
2 to 6.
the moon will set at 9:27. In our
Yes.
outlook, this is through to Fridays for fair and mostly dry conditions. Showers, if any, will be isolated. Tariq is our forecaster, and that's your weather. Tariq
Thank
Matthews.
you. Thank you very much, Ms. Tariq Matthews, Booty and McCrack, for that weather. Yes,
God.
we got to get her again. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if, anyway, this gentleman told me what his name was. I think he might be lying. You remember Mildred and Matilda Longtooth?
Mm-hmm.
Remember them? Remember their son Harden? Ladies and gentlemen, Harden Longtooth.
Hard and
Harden.
long, hard and long too.
Yes.
Man, it's terrible.
From the Longtooth family of
Yes.
Dallas, Texas.
There you
All
go.
right. All right, let's see what the
Everything is
models
bigger.
are saying, because, yeah, it's all about.
Everything's
Well, there
bigger.
you see the lines. If you go outside and look in the sky, you might see the lines. Or not. So a couple of weeks ago, we did speak of, is this a storm? There's definitely circulation on the Pacific side. Let me see, is there a name? Is there a named storm in the Pacific?
I think there was. I think there was. Began with A.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
What
let
is
me
it?
see. Name Pacific Storm.
It's on the Pacific side. Where is the little hurricane thingy?
You want the hurricane thingy thing?
Yes. Where is the hurricane severe weather? Anyway, that's on the Pacific side.
Alita.
There you go. So it did, and it's still close circulation right now. Why can't I see it, man? Why is it giving me trouble?
You don't
And
know.
speaking of that, that's what I would like for lunch.
But anyway, so yeah,
You want a leader?
Christy's moving.
I want Alita a soft drink.
Alita Asabji. So yeah, moving into the weekend, Friday looking all, Saturday, down south might see some cloudy spells.
How they look for Greg?
That's why I said Saturday is all clear, brother.
Sunday?
Sunday, in the morning, you might see some cloudy spells inland and in the south.
Mm-hmm.
Not major rain. Now, Sunday is the first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, right on Monday, the 2nd of June,
Yes.
we see that, there's some of that moisture moves into our area.
Yeah.
Our area of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Will it come this way? There you go. Let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday.
Christy, darling.
Roll it. So they will see that amount of convection just in time for June. Because June is when the rain comes, you see?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so
Convectionation.
Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah. Right in time for June. June say, hello. Let me give you a little bit of rain over here. Look at
I
that.
am here.
Yeah, look at that. That's
The
rain
fruits
right
they
there.
needed.
So,
That's what June is saying. The fruits they needed. So
yeah, June has said that June, the time for rain.
hit it.
I done miss the sunshine already.
No, sir.
So yeah, somewhere Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, you might see some rain.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Thunder
That kind
showers.
of heat. the kind of heat that we've been having the last few weeks, this feel like some kind of communist plot heat. Because then are some heat where you don't want to do nothing. It's so hot, you don't want to do nothing. You know, I don't know. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So June, definitely things will become more moist.
Yes.
Yeah. So remember now, in May we saw a lot of moisture out in the islands, and it wasn't making its way across. Well, now June say, well, here you go. Get some of that. Get some of that.
Okay.
All right. So that's it right
Very
there,
good.
folks. We got birthdays. We gotta leave with the break.
I ain't got none.
You have any, Elise?
No, I ain't got none.
No birthdays? Well, what a way is downhill Thursday, man.
I tell you.
Who's birthday?
No, I do have one. The
Oh,
one
yes.
from
I got
earlier
one
this
for
week.
yesterday.
Not bad.
Yeah,
the one from earlier this week.
Yeah, I can try pull this before any people get vexed.
Yes, we already late with it, so yeah. Make it.
Where is it?
I got about half hour.
No, there it is.
You have half an hour? For what? You're gonna go until 12:30?
Hey, I ain't got nothing to do.
No, way to go. Way to go.
I ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, always on
Let's
minutes,
do
too.
it. Let's do it.
It depends one.
It's only fair. Fair is fair.
All right, let me send this
All right,
picture.
hit it.
That's a birthday request.
Oh yeah?
Uh-huh.
Do the birthday song.
Yeah, right in the background. But we gotta get into it. We can't hang long.
We can't
You know,
hear
say I
it.
have one for yesterday? Show it.
Yeah, I have it. I have it. So you can't hear the song, but yeah.
It's there. Yeah. I never did all the intro. I just need the picture. Cause we're late. All right. Whose birthday? Who
So
that
this
is?
is Travis McFoy, aka the Godfather for the little one. Travis
Okay.
had a birthday earlier on this week. Travis, this is coming to you from your daughter Zendaya and your son TJ and your family with love, mom and siblings, wishing you all the best on your birthday, and of course from your godson and
Okay.
your friend. Happy belated birthday, Travis.
And I just sent one up there. I want to say congratulations going out. Lisa, I have to tell me, this is my nephew's daughter. What would she be to me, Lise?
Your what?
My nephew's daughter.
Your nephew's man. Your niece. Your
Yeah.
grandniece.
My niece just, yeah, I would think so. Anyway, this is, I want to say congratulations to Karen Rogers, valedictorian for the class of 2025 from Corozal Methodist School. I'm sure your parents are very, very proud of you, and your gammas also. So, yes, keep on striving, my love. That's right. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Hold on, there's one more. There's one more.
Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
This is, the request says, what does the request say? Happy birthday. Birthday was yesterday. To the baby of the bunch, my not so little big sister, Tricia L. Kane, celebrating her birthday. 25 birthday yesterday. Not 25, 25.
25.
From your big sis.
25. Okay.
From your big
So-
sister, Danielle, Darren, and Zeta, and the family with lots of love. So, yeah. Give
Happy
myself
birthday.
Tricia.
Yes.
There you
Hope
go.
you have many, many more.
They did it green up. Watch out. They green up.
I tell you. Like you don't know where to
Birthday
get for your birthday.
later.
You don't know where to get for your birthday.
Oh, boy. Anyway, hope you enjoyed your birthday yesterday.
boy.
All right.
Yeah.
We got to go. Before we go, though, let me send a shout out to Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Western Union. Enrique Martinez. Giddy Tires. Brothers, I bet. Get yourself some Rancho hot
There you
pepper
go.
sauce. Rancho hot pepper sauce. I don't know how to sound, but
Your hot pepper.
Builders Hardware as well. All right, so we're going to leave with the break. So, Lisa?
All right. Well, you did that. Let's say that's the top of the morning. I want to say bottom of the day to whosoever own a pig in the village.
What?
Over this sign.
Barbecue.
What?
Right. It's disturbing people's garbage, man. Y'all need to
Really?
take
Make
Barbecue.
you not carry it out the agric like, oh, they know I got no pork out there.
Barbecue.
It's not for me, and I have not seen it, but I have evidence of what it did to
Barbecue.
terrorize my avenue, Western.
You don't know if it make you don't know if it make you don't know if it make bacon then.
All right.
So bottom of the day to the pig and the owner. I don't like this right now.
Yeah, I like that pig directly for Christmas.
Guys, thank you so much for stewing with us. We're back. Abbreviated, but you know what? It's all right. We love you all the same. Please take care of yourself. Stay safe. Have yourself a wonderful Thursday. Keep yourself hydrated where possible in the shade. To all
In the shade.
Watch it. Watch it. Real hot.
Hey. Take care, guys. We love you so very much. To Half a Man, take care of you. Also to Cello and Ram, Miss Edna Pollard. She's always in tune. Miss Nye as well. And to CY, we got nothing but love for all of y'all. We love you guys so very much. Please stay safe. If God is willing, we will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care of you. And you, thank you, Miss Christy, darling. I promise to take care of me. Ayo, CY. Ayo.
Hey, I wait for see if I see one prompt on the other WhatsApp page.
Ayo.
Ayo.
Tomorrow.